We are going to kickstart with a welcome address by Ms. Susan Oranye, USA, a representative of USAID. So she will come up now and introduce herself and give our address. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I feel some type of way that there's no female here. They're all men. I feel a bit funny about that, but I'm sure today is going to be a good day. So, my name is Susan Oranye. I'm private sector specialist for the United States Agency for International Development. We're partners for this hackathon. We're very excited. I'll just quickly read the remarks and then we'll start off, shall we? So, distinguished guests and tech innovators, good morning. The United States Agency for International Development is delighted to support this Cyber Hackathon today, as it marks the launch of a partnership between Draper University in Silicon Valley and the American Business Council in Nigeria. I'm hoping some of you must have heard of Draper University. The partnership was facilitated by USAID in a bid to encourage the growth and development of Nigeria's tech space. The partnership will connect emerging tech entrepreneurs such as yourselves to Draper University's internationally recognized tech innovation training programs. As you know, technology is the backbone for digital innovation, which is very essential for economic growth and development. And in USAID, we're very passionate about that. We have seen how recent technological innovations have facilitated trade, expanded quality education, and allowed access to capital for the society's poorest. Nigeria, again, as you all know, Nigeria plays a leading role on the African continent when it comes to digital innovation. And ICT remains one of the leading contributors to Nigeria's GDP. It is important to note that out of the 9 unicorns that have come out of the African continent, 5 of them are from Nigeria. And for those who are not sure what a unicorn is a privately held startup company with a value of over $1 billion US. Now, 5 of them from Africa are from Nigeria. This is a clear indication of how much entrepreneurial talent rests here. And I'm looking at quite a few of them. It is particularly exciting, especially because the tech sector is driven by youth as well. So that's another really big deal in Nigeria. So it is for these reasons that USAID has facilitated this partnership between ABC, the American Business Council, and Draper University, which is based in Silicon Valley in the US. And this partnership will create an avenue or a route for Nigerian youth to receive transformative entrepreneurship education, innovation training, and acceleration in Silicon Valley alongside their global counterparts. The way Draper University works is, if you're lucky to get there, you will get to see a lot of other tech entrepreneurs, startups from all over the world doing the same thing you're doing, working on solutions. It's a very, very intense and exciting experience. So it will also expose the winners of this Cyber Hackathon to the venture capital investors from Draper's Venture Fund Network. Bear in mind that this Venture Fund Network from Draper University has been responsible for 650 startup accelerations and raising almost $1 billion US in venture capital for tech innovation globally. They have partnerships with people like Tesla, Skype, Google, DocuSign, all of them. And that's just to mention a few. So We must commend the American Business Council for its foresight in setting up this annual Cyber Hackathon to shine a light on Nigerian youth's capabilities in the tech space. More importantly, we must applaud you for integrating diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. That's what people call DEIA into this year's selection requirements. We are very hopeful that this partnership will enable our young tech entrepreneurs to use the tools at their disposal through this hackathon and fast-track the growth of a dynamic ecosystem within Nigeria. It will also attract much-needed venture capital, so that's investors into your businesses, into the tech space, which will create jobs and drive economic development across other key sectors, such as health, in the economy. So once again, we would like to congratulate the American Business Council and Draper University on this very timely partnership in support of the development of Nigeria's tech space. I urge all of you, all the tech developers that are here today to participate in this year's hackathon, do your absolute best. You will learn more and you'll be rewarded for your efforts. Thank you.
As we all know, we are very excited to have each and everyone here. And we urge you to put in your best for the competition. You can look to your left, look to your right. You see, those are your competitors, the one that is keeping you away from the prize. So let's remain excited, and we'll have the next opening remarks from a representative of Draper University, Ms. Khadija Ghazi. So,
good morning, fellow judges, supporters, innovators, and disruptors. My name is Khadija Ghazi, and I'm the VP of Innovation and Development at Draper Ecosystem. But more than that, I'm an enthusiast standing at the intersection of technology and humanity to observe the boundless potential. Today, I welcome each one of you to 2023 ABC Cyber Hackathon. We are here not only to observe, but to get inspired, but more importantly, to see the creativity, to celebrate the creativity that you'll be bringing to this arena. The greatest reward is not assessing your work, but to observe the passion that you're bringing. To the competitors, I would like to say that you are safeguarding our digital future, and we are very, very grateful to you. With the evolving cyber threat, you are the beacon of hope. I would also like to take a minute to thank the two very special ladies in this audience today, Margaret, the CEO of ABC, and Susan, the project management specialist at USAID. Without these two women, this partnership, this collaboration between Silicon Valley and Nigeria would not have been possible. So let's code, create, and conquer, and let the 2023 ABC Cyber Hackathon begin. Thank you so much.
So that was Ms. Khadija from Draper University. Unfortunately, she was supposed to be here physically, but due to time and some other logistics, she couldn't make it. So she sends all her love and all her regards from Silicon Valley down here to all the participants that are present. We have next on the agenda the introduction of the judges, and that will be taken by Ms. Aderonke.
Morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be here, and I know you're all excited. Can you hear me clearly? It's sort of reverberating back. Anyway, good morning again, and welcome to this exciting hackathon. And this year, our theme is to make impact on the social ecosystem in Nigeria, and we're all very excited about the impact that the results of the hackathon would have on the lives of Nigerians that don't have a voice. You know, so that's really exciting. My brief is to introduce the judges. I know that the representative of Draper University is one of them. Her name is Khadija. She's one of the judges. And I'd like to please invite the other judges to please get up and introduce themselves.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Martina Agbere. I'm a director with the Nigerian Television Authority, Chief Medical Director, Health. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chukwudi Theodore. I'm a solutions architect, and I'm with Cisco, and I'm focused on country digital acceleration.
Thank you very much. We've also got a representative from Commercial Limited. I'll have him introduce himself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Halako Ademola, an IT and Innovation Officer from Commercial Limited. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deronke. So we have one more judge, and she will be watching virtually. The lady who spoke, that is the Vice President of Innovation and Development of Draper University, Ms. Khadija. So she is the third judge. And then we have our mentors as well, the ones that will help supervise the competition. When you have questions and if you need any assistance along the way. So they are with us here as well. Just for a quick introduction.
All right, everyone. My name is Hamed. I'm a penetration tester and red teamer, and I'll be supervising the hackathon for the devs and the hackers. And with me here are my team members. If you have any issues, you can reach out to them, technical issues, or if you're confused about anything. Thank you.
My name is Margaret Olele. I'm the CEO and Executive Secretary of the American Business Council. So we have been, no, don't need to clap, we're fine. So this project, we kind of started 3 years back with partners like Commercial and Cisco and a lot of others. And, you know, when we started, it was all about having hackers, you know, but this year, we decided that it was best, and you're smiling because I said hackers. And this year we decided that we're going to have people who would also build solutions. And, you know, Mrs. Aderonke Adiegwe said to build solutions for the voiceless. So, and then you would wonder why Dr. Martina is in the room. Obviously, you know, all of you that are here understand why, you know, we are trying to put some level of inclusion into the whole conversation around cybersecurity. So I'll stop at this point, and I believe that we are about to start. So regarding the prizes and competition, I'm sure a couple of them you have seen already, but we know that, as she had shared earlier, the first prize would involve people going for an immersion, 8-week immersion at the Silicon Valley. Also, we have prizes including things like laptops and details like that. So we don't want to spend the whole day. I'm sure at some point we have to put it on the screen as an inspiration as we're going through this, so as to understand what we stand to gain, you know, being part of this project. But beyond that is the fact that we are hoping to build a community of individuals like you in this room that can grow that hub that speaks to the issue around the talent export that we have. Do we have Dr. Femi's presentation? So we're partnering with the newly commissioned government agency or commission that ties to looking at having to build a 1 million talent for Nigeria and to export that talent, right? And what better people in the room than the people we have here in the room to export, you know, the talent that we are looking at. So enough of the talking. I believe that we need to start. And I just kind of want us to, because the place is a bit too kind of, you know, graveyard scene is not the scene that we are very excited about. We need some excitement in this room, and I hope I've been able to do something around that. Thank you. What next?
Thank you, Ms. Olele. for that charge. So we will start the competition in the next 15 minutes. We'll need the developers to stay on one side and then the hackers on the other side. Yeah, the developers should be on this side and then the hackers on this side. Then can you indicate, is everyone here with their internet modem? If not, there is internet provided in the facility. I want to share the details.
If you wanna believe that anything can stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so move on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, oh, no. If you wanna believe that anything can stop me, hey, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now.
The URL are on the screens now, so you can begin the competition.
So all these people are going to be hacking. What 3 of them are going to? Good luck, man.
For the developers' presentation. For the first part of the hackathon, they have come up with solutions and built solutions around the theme, cybersecurity accessibility in Africa, creating an inclusive cyberspace. And now it's time to present the solutions that they have come up with. So for the first developer, we have here, kindly introduce yourself and then go ahead with your presentation. You have 20 minutes.
Okay, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akinte Christopher, a 300 level computer science student of the Ondo State University of Science and Technology. Okay, so some times back, we were told to, we registered for a cyber hackathon, and fortunately, we went through the qualifiers round, and we were given 6 solutions to pick at least one, not at least, to pick one and create a technological innovation on it. Yeah, the time frame was so short, but we just did what we could do. So, yeah, a quick one. Now, running through the theme, it said creating an inclusive cyberspace. So, this cyberspace is just like an environment where digital tools and platforms are designed with accessibility at their core. Okay, it's about ensuring that individuals, regardless of their abilities or disabilities, can navigate, interact, and benefit from the vast realm of the internet. Now we know everything has gone online. You want to get to apply to things. You don't have to go to an office to pick forms and start applying for loans, start applying for grants. Everything is done online. And so if we look at the inclusiveness, this cyberspace is not widely known to people with disabilities, right? Because they have this communication barrier, judging from auditory impairment, blindness. How would a blind person how would a blind person maneuver his way to go into an office if not with someone? So we tried directing our efforts towards individuals with disabilities and with a specific emphasis on addressing the unique needs of the deaf and community. Yeah, we have so many disabilities, but we centered our solution on the deaf disability, the auditory impairment. Okay, so yeah, individuals with auditory disability may not be aware of the full spectrum of benefits and incentives available to them. This lack of information can result in missed opportunities for financial support. Okay, so now this solution is mainly driven around Africans. So if we check the Western world, we're going to see that they have this kind of development benefits program for disabilities. In fact, they made it a point of duty to okay, this for people that are blind, this is where it's so easy. But we notice that in Africa, it's not so. You will see someone that is blind and deaf cannot access, maybe person wants a loan or a grant or a scholarship to even go to the university. The person does not have that access to it. So we tried creating a platform that would connect the cyberspace of financial benefits to the deaf people. Yeah, and the name, we called it Aid Connect. So Aid Connect is a digital tool that assists people with deafness disabilities in understanding and accessing government benefits, tax incentives, and financial aid programs. And the financial aid programs can be in loans or grants. It is just general form of financial aid programs. Okay. So I just want to take us through, before I show us how the web app works. Okay, we had major challenges in doing this, and it was the database updates. So when we tried creating the web app, we found out that most benefit platforms are closed. Like the application time is closed. So we can't get to provide adequate information for users to apply. So if a user gets that link, the user can just see that this form is closed. So that was our major glitch. And also we had a major glitch in time frame. But okay, in this project, we have future plans for this project if we're given the opportunity. And one future plan is a multilingual support. We created the web app to be based on only English. So if given the opportunity, we can give a wide scale of preference to English, Igbo, Yoruba, or maybe just 5 languages more. So even people with deafness disability, even if they can't read in English, they have a tab for the particular language. And okay, we also would integrate Aid Connect with sites or sources that releases up-to-date information about financial aids, government benefits, and tax incentive. So one thing we want this web app to do is that it's not like you go searching for benefits yourselves. We want to bring benefit closer to the deaf people. So we would try connecting with sites or sources to integrate the tool with the site or sources. So in fact, you just get notifications. When you just maybe log in, you see a notification, okay, this grant is available, this is available, this is available. We're trying to bring availability closer. So, and we also would enhance accessibility feature. So we are planning on exploring. So we don't want, we have so many disabilities and we can't just center on one disability, but for now we have to center on one disability. But in future plans, we plan on catering for other disabilities. Okay, so now okay, so this is the Aid Connect. Now, when a user gets on the web app, it comes to a sign up page. Sign up made easier. So first name, let me see, Chris. Last name, Shagun. Okay, email. Kintoy. Yeah, let me okay. Okay, so after the sign up page, the user is prompted to log in his details. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, did you work as a team or you?
Yes, sir. We worked as a team.
So can you get one of your team members to just demonstrate why you speak?
They are not here at the moment. Like they're outside Lagos.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so after the user logs in, the user is taken to a questionnaire that tends to provide insights on which benefit is available, what benefit is available, or what benefit is best fit for them. So, okay. Okay. The form I filled were just questionnaires that we felt would be needed by people needing incentives or benefits from the government. So the last one is which aid would you be checking for? So after the questionnaire, they are prompted to options, drop downs, where they have to choose either they want from government benefits, tax incentives, or financial aid programs. So if maybe I want government benefit and then I submit, sorry. Okay, now, these were the links that were available. Though this Empower link here, the application is closed and this conditional cash transfer application is closed at the moment. And most links we checked, currently, they are closed. Their grant, their benefit are all closed. That was why we just had to put a link here and that would redirect them to the main source of the program. So, and that's it.
I don't think that was good enough, so let's give him a round of applause, please. Well done.
Thank you.
So I have about 2 questions for you.
All right.
Was there any consideration for, I mean, this solution is built for those with disabilities, yeah?
Yeah, we tailored it on one. Yeah,
One.
the auditory impairment, like deafness.
So, yeah, I needed to know
Okay.
which you were building your solution on. So you tailored it to
Yeah, the hearing.
hearing.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any consideration for the solution to be able to be more interactive?
Yes. We aimed at creating more visual icons. When someone facing challenges of not hearing cannot just. In fact, when you make something like this not friendly enough, the person tends to get discouraged. He's facing one problem on his own, and then you just bring. In fact, okay. Let me use this example. This is let's say this is Shola. He's deaf, and currently he has a loan. He has a debt to pay. He has children to feed, and then we introduced this solution to him that, okay, check out this web app where you can get access to quick loans or grants, or at least to bring it closer to you. And then Mr. Shola just goes to the tab and clicks it. Yes, let's say Mr. Shola is slightly an illiterate, like he's not a digital literate like that. So, and if you got, like, now look at this icon. If this icon were to be like, let's say, maybe should I say an animated icon or a more visual displayed icon, where this learn more is just like it keeps blinking. Yeah, this icon, that blinking stuff simply tells Mr. Shola that, okay, just click here. They might want to explore, just click here. And then when he clicks it, if it does not support what he wants, it simply goes back. So we aim to actually add more visual icons.
So yeah, I appreciate what you guys have done, but what I expected was because let me use Mr. A as an example.
Okay, sir.
So Mr. A cannot hear, right? So, and he jumps on this solution and he wants to interact with the solution to get benefits. So what I'm expecting, or what I thought we would have considered, is to make it as simple as possible. And what I mean simple as possible is there should be what next to do, the first thing to do when you jump on the website, the next thing to do, and next steps until you get to the end, right? So there should be sort kind of a guide. You get what I'm saying? An animated guide would be that this should be your next step, or I'm expecting you to do this, or I'm expecting you to make this input. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sorry. To maybe, I don't know, maybe to
Yes.
your point. That was why we had the form. It doesn't have to just click, after you type, you don't have to move the cursor or click enter. It just keeps prompting to the next response. So I don't know if we had to add that one to at least make it friendly to an extent.
Yeah, I know it's friendly, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is it could be better.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It could be better. Let me give you an instance. Let me use. Have you been on a shopping site before?
Yes.
Jumia.
Yeah, Jumia.
Good. Amazon. How friendly do you think that website is?
It has a guide.
It has a
It
guide.
has a
You
guide.
you understand the kind of
Yes,
guide I'm
yes,
talking
yes, yes,
about.
it has a guide.
So put yourself in the solution is it's good, but I want you to put yourself in the person that is using the solution. That would give you, more deep insight of what you should develop from it. Yeah? So it should have 2-3 steps. The site should be 2-3 steps ahead of who is using it.
Okay.
Right? So from the point at which I log onto the website, right? The website is already guiding me on the next 2-3 things to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She has watched your presentation, and her comment is the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG, are the golden standard of web accessibility around the globe. Have you used them for your platform?
No, ma. Actually, I did not use it.
No, you haven't
Yes.
used it. Okay.
Yes, ma.
All right, thank you.
Can we have the next team come up?
Good day, judges and my fellow brothers. I'm by name Muidin Abdusalam Walamilikan, a student of Federal Polytechnic Lens Offer. We actually came late, all because we moved this morning, coming all the way from Offer. So at least so that we could try all our best to meet up the time. So we are sorry for coming late. So we were given some exercise to do, and the topics deals about design digital physical inclusive platform that allow people with disabilities to open and manage bank accounts, apply for loans and make payments online. So the table of content is the introduction, the challenges, our home solution, the benefits, and the implementation. So from the introduction, a world increasingly reliantly on digital finance service. It's imperative that we ensure no one is left behind. Accessible finance is a groundbreaking platform designed to empower people with disability by providing them with equal access to financial services. Our mission is to break down barriers, enable individuals to open and manage bank accounts, apply for loans, and make online payments seamlessly. Join us in building a more inclusive and accessible financial futures for everyone. So the challenges: financial exclusion. People with disability often face barriers to accessing traditional banking service, leaving them financially excluded. Let's take as an example someone who is blind that would like to have an account. So such person might have some actually delayed or challenges he or she will face going to bank to open an account. So meanwhile, with our program and our solution to it, we were able to come up with a solution whereby someone can be at home and request for a service from any of bank accounts or any other staffs from bank using a video call features on our platform. Like, for example, firstly, we make the software, the application, to be more interactive in such a way it enables voice over. Okay. We enable some function probably we take into consideration of someone who is deaf, who is blind rather, but he can hear or she can hear. By following this feature of press 1 to log into your account, press 2 to register an account, and press 3 to ask for assistance. With that ask for an assistant, it will open a webcam to request for assistance from any of the bank staffs to put him or her through in the process of opening of the bank, applying for loan, or doing any other necessary things which the application is made for. So, and we are still working on making it voice responsive, where it will ask the users that, what would you like to do? Would you like to say register? If you would like to register an account, say log into my account if you would like to log into your account, and say ask for assistance if you would like to ask for an assistant. So if the users said login, it will log in into the person's account and give the person notification that you are on a login account page to log into your account, and the other features also.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, man. To addition to what my colleagues have said earlier, we actually make the program to be more interactive by using some different languages like JavaScript with a voice to text and text to voice API. And at the same time, the program is kind of interactive for a disability person in such a way that once you log in into the website, it will voice out to ask you some kind of a series of questions like press 1 to log in, then press 2 to create an account, and press 3 to make a kind of a visual interaction with the bank staffs. And at the same time, we make use of these programs in such a way that when a user is trying to log in into someone's account, it can restrict the person. It has a tracking whereby where people are trying to log into account, getting their details, their IP address, their network, whereby the user is trying to log in. And at the same time, it also has a kind of a video interaction whereby you can have a visual interactions with the staffs. Maybe you wanted to make a kind of a transfer, you wanted to do some kind of a things on the platform. And at the same time, it has a loan functions whereby you can apply for a loan, you can pay for the loan using a payment gateway, which is the Paystack. And there are many more functions that we have added to it, and if time permits us, we can add some other things and some other functions which I know it will be a kind of interactive programs and interactive sections for the software. And the program is a web-based which we make use of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap framework for the front end, while we make use of the PHP and MySQL for the back end side, and it's a server-side programming languages. And we also have based on our write-up here, we have so now we have many challenges that we know that a disability person can be facing. That is why we came up with this kind of a program to solve a kind of a problem for the users and some other person that is staying on a comfort zone at home that wanted to access the platform and wanted to create an account to do some other sort of sequence of functions on our softwares.
To this is already notifying the user that you have one more chance to try. If the user try using a wrong password again, it will log out the users and disable the user from able to log in. And with our features, it will be only when the users or the account owner really have the access to contact the bank, that is when it will be able to be unlocked again. So he's trying to create an account now so that we could try and perform some action with it. And secondly, I don't know why it's not bringing more out sound. Probably maybe because we didn't use any other. And again, we are still working on a situation whereby it will probably be telling the user, input your first name, your last name, and your other names. So that it will be more easier for the person who is blind to access. We are actually sorry for this delay. It's because we are really in rush to come here all the way from Kwara State.
What's the name of your team again?
Orange Cyber Gang.
Orange.
Yeah. Please, I would like to ask for some permission from the judges, if we can get some minutes to quickly fix up these little issues.
While he's doing that, can you take some questions?
Okay. All right, small.
Okay, so thank you for a wonderful presentation. Now, you mentioned that your platform would support the blind.
Yeah.
So how are they able to verify, or how are they able to authenticate on the web app if they are not able to see where to put in their username and password?
And that's what I already said, that there will be some features to be added in the future whereby it will say, input your username, input your password. You know, the person doesn't see,
yes,
but he or she can hear. So that's why we enable a features whereby it will allow voice and text.
Okay. Are you saying voice to text?
Voice to text, yeah.
Based on that, we are able to add it to the main page and to the login page and to the registration page, whereby it will ask the user, what did you really want? Press 1. If you press 1, it will directed you to the...
Hold on. When you're saying press 1, the person cannot see.
Yes, we...
Both blind and deaf.
Yes.
So now let's focus on one use case.
Yes.
So let me say we're talking about a blind person. So give me the use case for a blind person registering on the app and getting access to services.
Well, we're still working on that based on a voice to text, so that when a kind of a blind person access to the website, he or she can use his or her voice to navigate and to do some kind of a transactions and some functions on the web page.
Look, let me go again. I understand that this is a solution in development. I totally understand. What I'm saying is, give me a use case where a blind person would have to register on the website. Like, run me through from registration to where to get a service, considering that the person is blind.
That's what we are saying, sir. We said when the person log in, probably before login, let's just say the user was able to access the main website. Assuming the person was able to access the main website, it will say the person doesn't see, but he or she can hear.
Yes.
Say 1 to register. If the user said 1, it will notify the system that this is what the person
Option
is.
1.
Option 1. So say 2. The person doesn't see, but he or she can hear. So with the word he or she said, will be the one to reflect on the system.
Okay. Now, what have you also considered? Have you also considered the vulnerability of word to text when you're considering that feature, in integrating that feature into your app?
We are still working on that.
No,
because
have you considered it?
Yeah, we
Is
consider
it something
that.
you considered?
Yes.
And do you have you considered any preventive measure or any security measure to?
The security
protect
measure
that?
we are working on is
Based on that, with the first page, we have 3 options there that says press 3 if you wanted to have a kind of a visual interactions with the bank staff, which I think the bank staff can also assist the person that is trying to access the web page without any or transfer.
Okay.
Okay, we have a couple of questions here. Number 1, why did you choose, disabilities are different. Why did you pick on the blind in particular? That's number 1. Number 2, who are your targets for customers of your platform? I'm not saying the users, I'm saying the customers who will want to use your platform for their services to people with disabilities, right? And then, can you give me in 1-2 sentences why an investor should invest in this platform? What's the economic benefit to an investor? And there are a couple of questions, but I think you should answer those 3 first, and then I'll take the remaining 2. Okay?
With the first questions, I think.
okay. With the first question, we actually didn't pick up one of the 2 because to our own understanding, disability has many categories. Just like someone who is deaf is different from someone who is blind. So that's why we added the features of voice to text and text to speech. Okay. So that's for number 1. We didn't pick one. We generalize it so that everybody, both disability or no disability. And the main people with this disability who are more different from us is deaf and blind. At least someone who is crippled has hand to operate the system and can see. But someone who is deaf can't hear, but he or she can see. You'll be able to operate it. Someone who is deaf but blind So he or she can also be able to operate the system. But to me, I have never seen someone who is deaf and blind at the same time. To me, that's why I say to me.
And based on the security aspect, and I think with that, there is what we call XXL and some other security means. And at the same time, based on the login, you have been given a kind of a 3 options for the login. Before even it might be the owner of the account, automatically if you are being blocked, you are being restricted to your personal account until you contact the admin before you will be able to log into the account. And based on that, an email will be sent to the owner of the account that they were been trying to log in, either by OTP or by email.
I still sense that there might be a challenge for the blind if you're saying after certain attempts to log on, it will lock them out, or then a notification will be sent via email. These are still things that will require visual capability, and to a large extent they will still be not as included as we would like them to be using this platform. However, there was one question you didn't respond to. So your assistive technology is voice to text and what?
Text to speech.
Text to speech and voice to text, right? Okay, so how would you sell this to investors? If you want someone to invest in your platform, help you to finish all the things you didn't do, what would be your selling point?
Based on the aspect of marketing it to the investors, I think the text to speech and speech to text are the major functions that can be useful and that can be used in solving the problem of disabilities with the platform. And at the same time, using the voice and the text to speech is being combined together with some options and some statements at the back end side. And at the same time, both the security aspect, the flexibility, the user experience, which is the user interface, is somehow user friendly. So and it is easy in navigations. It's not as hard as something you can be navigating on around and beat around the bush. So I think with that, we'll be able to convince the investor to buy our idea and get the softwares and make use of the softwares so that to solve the user problem.
All right, thank you very much. Any other question?
Okay, thank you for your presentation. I really just want to protect the particular ones you are working for, the blind, okay? Or the blind. So for instance, I didn't see you demonstrate if peradventure the person is unable to finish what he or she was doing and decides to continue later. Is there any room for voice recognition so that somebody else doesn't hijack the process to end it?
Yes. Based on that, let me just permit me to use a Facebook, for example. Now, since when Facebook started, they were been advancing the functions gradually. And based on that, I think we can simply make use of a kind of a machine learning aspect for that, to train a kind of a machine and train a model so that to recognize each user that was been trying to log into the system. And at the same time, during the login aspect, the user, the voice that are being trained into the machine will be used as the authorizations by recognizing the voice. Just like the Face ID that we always use on phone, it's always been trained a model before it will be authorized when trying to access the phone. I think that is the functions that can be added later to the softwares.
I wanted to accept that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
My name is Abdurrahim Ridwan, a student of cybersecurity, Federal University of Technology, Mina. One of the challenges we were given was to create a password manager that could help people with disabilities. We focused more on virtually impaired users of technologies like mobile banking and internet banking. So first off, coming from a background of security, myself and my team, we thought about the security aspect of it first, which is the backend, how to store the data or how to store the password itself. But care to think about this. Most of the threats we see and vulnerabilities out there are majorly from passwords, PIN. They're able to exploit those easily compared to other modes of authentication. In cybersecurity, we have majorly 3 modes of authentication: what you have, what you are, and what you own. So what you have is basically more something inbuilt in you, like your biometrics, facial recognition, and iris scan, and all of that. What you know is like your password, your PIN, and all of that. What you have, like a token, hardware token, and all of that. So we focused majorly on what you have, which is more technical, or should I say more difficult to breach. So now okay, since we're building a password manager, first off, we thought about, okay, how do we collect the data, which is the fingerprint? Then how do we store it? That's like the security aspect of it. So what we did was that we tend to use the blockchain technology to do that. We have a test net. Sepolia testnet is a blockchain network that was built under the Ethereum network. The reason being that is because Ethereum has some challenges for users, majorly the gas fee, and Sepolia, well, to some extent, have been able to solve that issue, even though they are still in the test net phase. They've not got into the main net phase. So we tend to use that network to store the data being collected. One of the things that was mentioned in the illustration that we're given, I mean in the challenge that we're given, was the accessibility and the security. I just spoke about the security aspect. The accessibility aspect, we did a little bit of research with respect to people with disabilities and the body that actually takes care of guidelines with respect to building web applications for them that is tailored to suit their needs. And we came across WCAG, which they gave a guideline, one of the guidelines is to make the web application visible, like, I mean visible, I mean, you know, I'm coming. Where is it?
What's the name of your team?
Young Wave. Young Wave. So basically the guidelines of there are 4 guidelines basically, but majorly what they are all saying is that a blind or a visually impaired user should be able to navigate without having problem on a web application. So now the solution we gave to that, one is sonification, which is the use of sounds in the password manager interface itself. Due to the fact that like there was little time, we started the project yesterday, and we were able to come up with the back. We focused on the back end, and we're able to make sure that it's safe, security number one. But the front end is still in the development phase, but we know what we are building. So one of it is sonification, which is the use of sounds. And the use of sounds, even though there are threats attached to it, which is, someone can eavesdrop. We even used a threat modeling, a threat model to design to design our plan. We use Stride. We have a lot of threat modeling techniques. We have Octave, Pasta, Stride, the NIST. We focus on Stride because we noticed that Stride is tailored, like the threats on Stride is tailored towards the visually impaired users that we are focusing on. S for spoofing, T for tampering, and so on. So another accessibility feature we added was the use of polymorphic variation, which is, visually impaired users does not necessarily mean someone that is blind. Visually impaired users could mean someone that is slightly, that has some deficiency with respect to the sight. So some of it can be like color blindness, some of it can be, different types of illness or ailment, or sorry. So what? Okay. So polymorphic variation is basically, I think I have a mock-up here. Okay, it's not. Polymorphic variation is basically having icons that dances, in short. Let me use the word dancing. So that someone that is not someone that is blind now, someone that have probably an virtual impairment could actually notice that, okay, there is something significant in this aspect of the web application. So that is, it says sonification, polymorphic variation. We also okay, I talked about mandatory headsets. Yeah, that's one of the solutions we gave to the threats of eavesdropping, because a whole lot of research have been done with respect to virtually impaired users, and most of them are thinking from the background of developers, not cybersecurity per se. So most of the solutions they gave were majorly sonification, text to speech, without putting into consideration eavesdropping. But now the solution we gave for eavesdropping is the fact that it is mandatory for a virtually impaired user to use an headset, whether it's an AirPod or what's it called, or an earphone headset, before they can interact with it. It's going to like authenticate something like this. Okay, connect headphone to listen, headphone connected, before you can proceed to do whatever you're doing. to use the password manager, and this itself can be implemented in the mobile banking system for virtually impaired users specifically. Like, it could help them. And one of the future plans for this is for them to be able to integrate this into the banking system, whereby might not necessarily be virtually impaired users, might not necessarily be people with disabilities, whereby they could save their fingerprint in a database that is secured with the blockchain, and whenever you want to, perform transactions on your mobile app, you don't necessarily have to, should I say, be with your phone. You can, take someone else's phone, but the fact that you have your biometrics saved somewhere, which no two person have one biometric, you could access your mobile application, even though there are flaws to that also, which is, okay, they can force someone to use the fingerprint. We thought about a security measure also for that, which is, if you're logging in for the first time on someone else's phone, probably for emergency, then you have a limit to what you could send out of the account, just for security reasons. I think I've been able to, I've tried my best to do justice to.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes, I am. Oh, I wanted showing the back end of.
Sure, you can. Go ahead.
It's not.
Can you project it? Can't you project, or you want to use another laptop?
No, I can.
Okay, go ahead.
The URL is not on the system. My system was not able to.
So, but is the URL accessible?
Yes. I think.
Then you can use that. I think that laptop is online. You can use the.
No,
laptop.
I know it's okay. I said it earlier on. I'm not from developers background. My background is majorly cyber security. So what I did was that we formed a team.
Okay.
So a front end developer, a back end, and myself.
Okay.
The security aspect of it.
Okay.
But the two of them are both one of them is in Niger State, one of them is in Abuja. They are not able to make it.
Okay, no
due
problem.
to financial.
Yeah,
constraints.
Go ahead.
Okay, so basically we're able to test run saving the fingerprint and storing it securely on the blockchain. And since Sepolia is in the testnet phase, I said it earlier on, so it's not like we just got a faucet from just to test run if it works or not. And we're able to do that. So that's even this is not effective. This thing is not complete. This is
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Questions. Okay. The first question I have for you is around personal identifiable information, PII, right? Are you aware that ISC2 have some security standards that you must meet in order to keep this information safe? And what measures have you put in place in your solution to make sure that the information of a person or a user on your platform is protected?
ISO 2701 is one of the, should I call, guidelines for securing PII. We've been able to, since me understanding the the criterias laid down by ISO, there's no breach of PII from our end, from the things that we've been able to do. And that's why I said the first thing we worked on was the security aspect of it, not even the accessibility and usability. That was what came afterwards. So we've been able to undo that.
So from a security standpoint, are you saying that it is secured and not penetratable?
Nothing is secured and not penetratable. Even security-wise, nothing is 100% foolproof. We still need to, if this is a standard, if not for mock-up and testing, when it becomes standard, that's why we have penetration testing. We need to perform a penetration testing exercise on the platform itself to check for vulnerabilities on it. So afterwards, we can now push it out there. We can't just finish the work then push it out. We need to perform pen testing exercises and vulnerability assessment also.
Yeah, quickly, you mentioned the use of headsets and your platform being able to authenticate if someone is using a headset. How are you able to verify and authenticate if someone is using a headset, not just headset is plugged in? Because let me give you an instance. I could get a headset, right, and chop off one end and have the other end plugged to a laptop. I mean, the laptop will recognize that that's something is plugged in, yeah? So how do I properly authenticate that the user or whoever is accessing the system or the platform properly has a headset plugged in?
That's a very good question, and to be honest, one can't solve every problem at that moment. We add layers upon layers of security and keep on improving. So I never thought about that part of, but still, if you plug in an earpiece and an hands-free and someone cut off the hearing part of it, the platform won't make noise. Sonification won't work because it won't work on we have our loudspeaker and it won't work on loudspeaker. It will only work on the headset. And even if you cut it out, it means you can't listen to what is being transmitted, basically. But still, if it's a problem, we will work on it, we think about, deliberate, and we improve upon it. Okay, sir.
Right, so these questions are from Khadija, right? Who's joined? Why are you...
Good, I'm good.
I said it's from Khadija, you bent your head and said shaking. Don't worry, the questions are not hard. She's a nice person. So you've mentioned blockchain a couple of times in your presentation.
Yes.
And a lot of her questions emanate from that.
Okay.
Number one, to tag into Mr. Chukwudi's first question, how do you handle privacy and data protection, especially since blockchain is typically a public ledger? That's number one. Number two, what measures have you taken to ensure the platform remains fast and efficient, given that blockchain networks can sometimes face scalability issues? All right? And then the last one is, how does the platform reconcile the immutable nature of blockchain with the need to update or delete personal data in compliance with privacy regulations like the GDPR. Now, GDPR, you know what that is? Global Data Protection Regulations, right?
Yeah.
Now, that comes with its own regulations, which can be difficult if you're doing blockchain. So, the three questions, you remember them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start with the second one,
Okay.
which is scalability and not scalability, speed of the blockchain technology. And this is why I said the reason why the guys that started this network, Sepolia, started it was because of speed majorly. They thought about speed and the cost of the Ethereum network. That is the more like that is the foundation of the network itself. So it solves the problem of speed. The first one, sorry, if
Blockchain, scalability is an issue with blockchain. So you have speed on one side and then you're using blockchain, which kind of slows things down.
well, we'll do more research on that, and I mean, problems are solved every day, and something will come up. Sorry, I've forgotten the second, the first question.
Data protection and privacy when blockchain is in public.
Data protection. Personally, I feel ISO, the regulations, they all work hand in hand. If one is flawed, the other would also be affected. So solving the problem of ISO 27001, I feel we've been able to cover the other regulations on PII and PKI also. PHI.
Okay. And the last one, how do you reconcile the nature of blockchain, with the need to update and delete personal data in line with the GDPR, privacy regulations?
Wait, to upgrade and delete personal data, I don't.
How does the platform reconcile the immutable nature of blockchain, right?
Yeah.
Immutable means it doesn't really change, right?
Okay.
How does the platform reconcile that nature of blockchain when dealing with either updating or deleting personal data, which is in compliance with privacy regulations of the Global Data Protection Regulation? So let me break it down.
Okay.
If you're opening an account or if you're doing something different, sometimes you need to update your information.
Yeah.
Or you need to delete it. You change your location, change your phone number, all of that. Now, GDPR requires that you do that regularly on whatever platforms, right?
Yeah.
But blockchain is not as flexible once you put in the data to change it.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned blockchain as a major part of your solution.
Yeah.
So how do you, and you're talking about financial services banks.
Yes.
Where information is updated or deleted. So how you won't take Duan?
Should I respond in pidgin? No. First thing first, I made mention of the fact that we're looking at what you have as a mode of authentication, which is the fingerprint. I don't think people update their fingerprints. We have one fingerprint for life, and one it is saved. I don't think there's a need to update or upgrade one's fingerprint. So that answers the question. Is this satisfactory enough? For
You'll find out eventually. But thank you.
I mean,
no more questions from us.
Okay.
Just a quick one. No more question from me. Don't worry. No more questions from me. But the feedback I wanted to give you was for the headset authentication, you would have gone further to make the system prompt the person to speak into the mic. Speak so that you properly authenticate that the person has a headset. And the further authentication will be to take a picture using a webcam or the phone camera, right, to verify authenticity. Then the person can access the system. So that's just the feedback from me. So I would want you to consider that. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. That actually makes sense.
If GDPR requires you to delete whatever data, whether it's biometrics or the other, you have to. Okay? So just bear that in mind.
I mean, data can be deleted even with the technology blockchain.
Yeah, this is just a feedback. Bear that in mind when you're rounding up your design.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Do we still, so I wanted to ask, let's say we'll finish like rounding up the whole front end and back end. Do we still present it, or like, I mean, for the...
We will provide information regarding next steps.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is God's Favor Amazing. I'm a software developer, and we built Alipay. So Alipay is coined from the word accessibility. If you notice, the word accessibility is spelled ACCESIBLITY all the way to 11. So the gap between A and Y is 11 letters. So this both L's represent ones. So you have ALLY pay, so accessibility pay. Literally.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Okay. God's Favor from Lagos, Nigeria. ALLYP. So we're empowering financial inclusion for everyone, regardless of who you are. So let's imagine Madam Chalewa. Madam Chalewa is, she's a crippled person, and for so long, Madam Chalewa has been unable to help with payments for our children's school fees. Why? Because she's not able to go to the regular bank to go and open an account. Why? Because our committing to the bank is low of hassle. So what does Alipay do? Alipay is bridging the gap between her and the bank. So instead of her going to the bank directly to go and open an account and all of that and fill all of those things, Alipay does it in such a way that once she signs up on the Alipay platform, you already do all the form of authentication. So in Nigeria, for example, so you need your BVN and your NIN to be able to authenticate a user properly. So Alipay does all the background efforts of going to authenticate her and get all of her customer information. So Alipay does all the KYC for Madam Chalewa. So we have Alipay agents all over the world, all over Lagos and all over Nigeria, who go door to door and reach out to people with disability and collect every necessary info from their fingerprints to their Face ID to their phone numbers, and we help users with onboarding on the app. So what's the problem? According to the World Global Findex database, people with disabilities are more likely to be financially excluded than those without disabilities. This exclusion is often attributed to physical barriers at physical bank branches and lack of accessible digital platforms and discrimination. So there's a report of about 3 billion unbanked people globally, and for every country, at least there's a 50% number of people who are disabled. So in Nigeria, for example, where we have about 200 million people, that's about 30 million people disabled. So that's a very market gap for us to come in. Okay, so 1.7 million adults remain unbanked. $30 million about last year lost through cyber attacks, and we have about 15% of the populace globally with disabilities. All right. So who is impacted by this problem? The people with disabilities themselves, and then their caregivers caregivers for those people with disabilities, their relatives, their friends, and organizations who want to support these people. And eventually, society at large are impacted by this problem. So before I demo the application, I would like to point out where these people come in. So, for example, the people with disabilities now, they're not able to, they don't have a cogent bank account, right? Meaning they don't have access to, they don't have an app. So if they want to pay utility bills, if they want to transfer time to friends and families, they're unable to do that by themselves. So Alipay, that's where Alipay comes in. We enable them to do all of those functionalities. I'll demo that when I'm done talking. Also, the caregivers for the people with disabilities and organizations. Say, peradventure, I want to support. Okay, there's a lady that is crippled, and I need to get a wheelchair for her. Alipay also makes it possible for me as an organization, as an NGO, to go on Alipay's platform and crowdsource for whosoever needs a wheelchair. All the user needs to do from the app, he just uploads, he creates a campaign, and then donors from all over the world are able to donate to our accounts, to our Alipay account through the Alipay app. So why us and why now? So there's a rise in cybersecurity concerns. I mentioned before that there was over $30 million lost last year through cybersecurity attacks. New advances in technology. Since COVID-19, I think the digital gap has widened, and now there's more use cases for people with disability. Also, market opportunity. I mentioned we have over 300 million people living with disability. That's about 50% of populace in different parts of the world. It's also a social responsibility and inclusivity. This is not only a business opportunity, but a moral imperative. So Alipay is a comprehensive platform that provides financial inclusion and security for people with disabilities. Any kind of disabilities, blindness, people that can't hear, we provide hearing aids. I'll come when I'm presenting. I'll come to that. All right. So for our color scheme, we chose the color purple because we've done our research and we found out that purple. So for people with color blindness, we're able to purple sits well with them. The shades of purple sit well with them because I can put any text on it. I can put a white text on it. I can put a black text on it, and it still comes out readable for people with color blindness. Because purple is a combination of red and blue, and it's less likely to pose problems for individuals with red, green color blindness, a common form of color vision deficiency. Purple is also a complementary color that creates strong contrast for text, black or white on a purple background, and often provide good readability. Also, we're able to use bright technology. So this one is for people that are blind. So we provide semantic support. Our platform, we ensure we use WCAG principles, WCAG. We ensure we provided good semantics for our HTML documents to ensure that screen readers are able to read those documents. And then for people that are blind, is able to read out those things so they could hear what's written on the platform. Also, we use braille technology. So on Android, there's a built-in functionality called TalkBack. So TalkBack is the primary screen reader for Android. All they need to do is connect the TalkBack application to the app itself, and it's able to convert everything that you have on your screen to a braille technology where you can use your hands to navigate the platform. While for iOS, we have the voice-over screen reader, which is already built by Android and iOS. So I'm not reinventing the wheel of going to go and do all of those ones. Like I said, there's a new technology. There's no more. There's new innovation, and we're just leveraging all of this innovation to build something for people. Okay, so how do we protect against security threats? When we do data encryption, we also do regular, frequent security audit on our platform. Also, we do regular security reviews, and we also do consistency asset sensitization. Like I said, we have Alipay agents all over. So those guys will be the ones to. So from time to time, we go to visit each users and ensure they have no struggles using the application. So I'll go on to demo the app now. So this is a user called Olushola. He has a wallet balance, he has a savings balance, he has a loan balance. Okay. So say Ulushola wants to pay for airtime and data. He comes on the app. He chooses data, for instance. Enter his phone number. Choose the kind of plan he wants, and then it goes on to purchase data. So it might show an error for this tax because currently we're integrating with Flutterwave API that enables us to do all of these things on the back end of things. But currently we've not done all of the validation from Flutterwave's end, so that's why I'm not able to proceed with this. But on a regular day, you'll be able to buy data for your family and friends through the Alipay app. Also, we have a savings module. That allows users to create different saving plans. So on Alipay, we have like about 4 saving plans. We have the Alipay Lock, the regular and the target and the flex savings with different interests for different users. So the user is able to come on Alipay and then choose whatever loan plans they want, and then you'll be able to start a saving plan with Alipay. Also for the crowdsourcing, it's going to be a menu item here. All they need to do is start crowdfunding. They upload their needs, they upload pictures of what they have, and then donors all over the world will be able to reach out to them, basically by donating on the Alipay account to the user's account themselves. Our loans coming soon, and that's it. The loans feature is coming soon. We're still working on it. It's on our product roadmap, and eventually get there. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Question? Okay. Two questions, right? One of them is, your solution requires or depends on Alipay agents to go round to the houses and attend to, people living with disabilities and upload their information, right?
Yes.
Now, they can do that, but in the actual running of those accounts, will the people living with disabilities be dependent on these agents, or will they be able to do it independently because of assistive technology that you have on your platform?
Yes.
Remember that you said you're covering all kinds of disabilities.
Yeah.
Now, if it's people that are immobile, that's fine. They have their eyes, they have their hands, hopefully, so they can do it. But there are the blind and there are the deaf.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what are the assistive technologies that you are going to put into your system to allow these people with disabilities have a certain level of financial independence?
All right.
To run their accounts? That's one question. I need you to answer that quickly, because after that you're going to give a 30-second elevator pitch. Do you know what an elevator pitch is?
Yes.
To an investor on your platform, why it's a good investment opportunity, and on and on. So.
All right.
Over.
So the agents are they're there for support, basically. So in cases where those users, for example, the blind, they can't onboard. So because we need to be able to map users on our platform, we need the house address. We need specific informations from the users. It's part of our KYC efforts. And then because eventually, if I want to, so for example, there's the loan feature on the app now. If user wants to borrow money on the app, on the application, and we do have all of those user information, the person can just run away with the money. Yes, so she was asking why do we need to do all of this, and I'm providing a reason why we are doing that. So that's why that feature is there. Well, that's why we are collecting the BVN at the NIN of each users. So to prevent those kind of risk. All right. So and also I said our platform is built with accessibility in mind. We use all of WCAG's guidelines, all the WCAG accessibility principles. For example, we make sure we have alternate text in our images. We ensure that we have our text have area labels, so it will be easy for screen readers to be able to identify different parts on our application. Also, the talkback and the voiceover SDK from Android and iOS enables users who are blind. So it's full independence for the user. All the agent needs to do is just to help with onboarding the user on the application. So the agent are just there to hit. So basically, I want to open an account. I can't see. So an agent comes and collects my my face ID, connects my fingerprint, collects my NIN and my BVN details, all of those things already. A regular bank don't have agents that go to users' house to help them with all of those onboarding. So the agents are just there to onboard the users on the app. Eventually, the users have full control of the application through all of the technologies we have implemented on our platform.
Investor,
Yes.
I give you my money, and you're pitching an idea to me, and you're telling me you have to pay agents. How many individuals are disabled in Nigeria?
About 50% of the population.
So are you saying you have to pay a population to focus on gathering data for 15% of those people out of my investment?
So it's not going to be, so the agents are the same way we have money OP agents around. So it's not like, it's just so the incentive we'll be providing for those agents won't be something out of the world.
Money?
Yes.
Sorry, so did you do your elevator pitch?
Okay.
Are you ready to start?
Yes.
I'll give you one hint, and I'm not allowed to do that, but I'll give you a hint. Focus on summarizing and not talking fast. You have 30 seconds.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We've built Alipay. So the regular bank are unable to reach out to 30 million people in Nigeria who are living with disability. That's market non-utilized. Why don't we find a solution? Why don't we find a way for us?
We'll do a conversation. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What do you do?
I'm a software developer and I built Alipay.
Really? What's Alipay about?
So Alipay is an application that helps, that provides financial solutions for marginalized people living with disabilities, and all form of disabilities generally. Okay, with all forms of disabilities. So there's a market gap of about 30 million people already in Nigeria because they don't have access to, because the banks don't make provisions for them. Alipay is coming and is standing in the gap and providing solutions for those people living with disabilities. So with Alipay, the extra $200 million that you could generate from these people living with disabilities comes to you. How about that?
I'll think about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice one. Any other questions? Thank you very much for your time, Alipay. Round of applause for him.
Hello, competitors. So there is one more bonus round for the developers, and this would include just 30 seconds to 1 minute elevator pitch. So we are starting with Alipay has made his own elevator pitch. So Orange Can you go first? Yes. Please, can you come up and make your pitch? Code Giant.
Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, everyone. So, to further advance the digital tool.
Can we please have one room there? So we need to be able to hear him. Okay? We'll do conversation to help you out.
Okay, no problem.
But it's still 30 seconds.
No problem.
Remember
Yes,
what
ma'am.
we're supposed to do. Okay, so both of us walk into a lift. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Great, good afternoon. What do you do? What's your name?
Christopher. I can tell you Christopher. I'm a cybersecurity professional.
Oh, fantastic. What are you working on now?
I'm working on a digital tool in which it gives better accessibility to the deaf disability people. So it's just like when you instead of you navigating through the application platform of the grant, you just tend to when you apply on the site, the thing just tends to send to the grant platform automatically. Like you register it there instead of working your way around the application form for the grant.
Oh, that sounds really good. Sorry, I have to get off the lift now. I hope you have a lovely end of rest of the day.
No problem. Looking forward to speaking with you soon.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next. Only one person is going to speak, you know. So
Good evening.
30 seconds.
Good evening, ma.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good, ma.
Both of you, where are you coming from? What do you work on? What are you doing?
We are a programmer, ma. We are here to present the software, ma.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, the program is on disability, on how to navigate and how to make use of mobile banking and apply for a loan with easy access using voice to text and text to voice as well.
For what kind of disability are you focusing on?
A blind, and a deaf as well. All the disability personnels.
Okay, is there anything else?
Yes, the software is a good software which can be used by a disability, and it's free access and it's good in navigating, and it has a good user experience interface, which is more better and more beautiful.
All right, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have
Ma.
a lovely rest of the day.
All right, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
See, you're looking for money or you're not looking for a date, okay? Right, so I saw you in the meeting earlier on. What's your name? What do you do?
My name is Ridwanullah Abdurrahman Adeleke. I'm a cybersecurity professional.
Oh, really? What are you working on now?
I'm working on a password manager, specifically tailored towards helping the virtually impaired people to be able to safeguard their authentication mode. So focusing majorly on the biometrics, fingerprints, and using the blockchain technology to secure it more.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, great. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of the day.
Yeah, I will. You too.
Bye.
Could call me back.
Are you ready to start?
Yes.
Hold on. Hey, how are you?
Very well.
Are you having a good day?
Yes, I am.
Brilliant. So what's your name? What do you do?
My name is Godsivo, and I'm the co-founder of Alipay.
Oh, fantastic. What is Alipay about?
So Alipay is a platform that tries to that bridge the gap between by focusing on social innovation and social impact. So we're empowering about 1 billion users to be able to access financial platforms. We're creating inclusion for over 1 billion users with access to a safe and secure financial platform where they're able to perform regular transactions on the application, like buy airtime, send money to friends and family, save up, and eventually borrow money to finance all that stuff.
Right. It was lovely listening to you, but quick question. 1 billion users, why 1 billion? Where did you get that number from?
1 billion users globally.
Globally?
Yeah, with disability.
Oh, people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been interesting for you to mention at the beginning. But thank you. I hope you have a nice lunch.
Yes.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much to all the developers. Brilliant effort. Well done. Round of applause.
So first of all, I would like for us to appreciate ourselves. Just clap for yourself for the participation and the teamwork that you guys have put together. Also, I would like to say a big thank you to the sponsors and my co-judge. My co-judges, physical and virtual. For those of you who have traveled down here, thank you for coming. So this is the most important part of the day. And I would like to say congratulations to all the team. You guys did well. But some of you did exceptional. And those who have done exceptional deserve to be recognized. So I would start from top to the list. And for the first prize, the first prize would be getting a 5 weeks intensive tech training in person. The team lead gets an in-person 5 weeks tech training with Draper University, fully sponsored. And the top 3 dev team from bottom are Cyber Gang. Can we have Cyber Gang? A round of applause for Cyber Gang, please. The team lead for Cyber Gang. Who is the team lead? Followed by Young Waves. And Alipay. So Alipay is a top team when it comes to the dev team. He's the top contender, followed by Young Waves and Cyber Gang. Now for the CTF, the hackers team we're only going with the 2 top hackers. And the second contender is King O Root. Come up, please. Followed by LOL. So this 5-man team would be getting an intensive training from Draper University, fully sponsored. And gentlemen and ladies, please put your hands together for them.
I was built to be the best, #1 and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Critics be talking like I sound like ho. Forgetting I'm the hottest shit, I'm hotter than the stove. I was raised in the barracks, the street was kinda sick. Now I stand like candle 1.96. VEC, kiss a champion. My silence brag loud without an MP on. I'm too hot, I could give the sun a 10. Now I'm number one, something like 10 over 10.
And the first one goes to Code Giant. The team lead from Code Giant will be getting a laptop. Okay. You will be getting that laptop later on. And 2 other hackers will be going home with 2 laptops. And they are Azimwan and Liban. Thank you. So the team will be reaching out to you to get your laptops.
It is very intensive, okay? I've been on that training. Literally, there are over 100 tech innovators, tech entrepreneurs, startups, same age group from all over the world. You might be the only black people there, but everybody there is as smart as you, has their own solution, they're designing, so it will be very intensive, but it will also give you an opportunity to rub minds with people like yourselves, to learn stuff, right? To engage, to network. They will teach you how to do an elevator pitch in Draper. They will teach you how to talk to investors. They will expose you to actual VC investors that you need to talk to put money in your company. So by the time you finish that 5-week training, you yourself will know the level of don't change. And I wish you all the absolute best. Now, you may be going in person, but everyone else that's in this room will certainly be also on a virtual training with Draper, and they will teach you all those things. Please stay tuned to the Cyber Hackathon website, so you have dates, you know everything that's happening, and you can sign on when it's time. Thank you again for coming.
Pictures. Please, the second prize winners. The winners with the laptops.